Hi, welcome to Simple or Not Kitchen. My name is Melissa Saude, and today we are making delicious homemade barbecue sauce. This homemade barbecue sauce is tangy and delicious, and best of all, it's easy. So there are a few different schools of thought when it comes to making homemade barbecue sauce. Well, some use a base of simply tomato paste and tomato sauce. Ours uses ketchup. Using ketchup as our base is going to make this sauce come together really quickly and really easily, and it's going to taste good. And we are going to need a little bit of seasoning to add to the ketchup. So we're using some Worcestershire sauce, red wine vinegar, and brown sugar, and a few spices and flavorings as well. And the best thing about making your barbecue sauce at home is you can alter these seasonings. To give our sauce a little bit of tang, we're adding some red wine vinegar. You could, of course, use apple cider vinegar or any kind of vinegar that you prefer. This is just going to add some tanginess to our sauce. And for some nice rich flavor, we're adding some Worcestershire sauce as well. You could, of course, use soy sauce if you prefer. And to bring a little bit of sweetness to our sauce, we are adding some brown sugar. And those are the basics of the sauce. To add extra flavor, we're going to be adding a little bit of Dijon mustard. I'm using about 2 teaspoons. The Dijon mustard is just going to add a lot of extra flavor to this sauce. I'm also putting in a little bit of onion powder, as well as we're going to be using a few other seasonings as well. We're using some fresh garlic. You could, of course, use garlic powder if you prefer, but I just love the flavor that some fresh ground garlic brings to our dish. And then I'm also adding a little bit of cumin and some paprika. I'm adding a little bit of salt and pepper as well, and you can be very creative with what you add to your sauce. Add whatever seasonings you like. There goes our yummy paprika. A lot of people like to add hot sauce or even, some spiciness to their sauce. Ours isn't going to be a spicy sauce. It's just going to be nice and rich and flavorful. We're going to give this a stir, and then onto the stove it goes, and we're going to let this simmer under a low to medium heat for about a half an hour. And as it cooks, it is going to come together. And when it's finished, it's going to be rich and delicious and nice and thick. This barbecue sauce is, of course, great for anything that you would use barbecue sauce for. It's really yummy on chicken or with burgers or even as a condiment on the side. And see, when it's done, it is nice and delicious. You could take your immersion blender. If you don't like the chunks of garlic cloves in there, you could smooth it out a bit with a immersion blender, but I like it this way, so I am going to keep it like this, and I'm going to pour it into a nice jar and let it cool. It's going to thicken a bit as it cooks as well. That's one of the benefits of using ketchup to make this sauce, is that it will thicken up really nicely. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make this delicious barbecue sauce at home. And again, best of all, you can alter the recipe any way you like and bring whatever seasonings and flavors you like to this barbecue sauce. If you give this a try, let me know how it turned out. And you'll find the full recipe and article at PennellCentral.com.